Johnson dishes to Lopez. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And Brook Lopez, guys, started the season as the starting center for the Nets last year, but it didn't end up that way.
Lopez ended up coming off the bench for the Nets for a stretch last season. There was a lot of debate, Clark, if that was the right role for him.
Kevin, clearly there were differing opinions because as soon as it happened, every GM called Brooklyn up to see if Lopez was available. You know, I thought Charlotte went to their bench as much as most other teams last season. Those guys ate up time for the starters, but weren't nearly efficient scoring the ball as you might want them to be.
For the Hornets last season, their bench was weak at times. They just couldn't really score that well.
And the Hornets bench was the only bench to shoot under 40% from the floor for the season.
And guys, over his first 3 seasons, no question Jeremy Lamb has been a major disappointment. Clark, his game simply didn't seem to evolve at all over that time.
Well, that's why scouting is an inexact science. You know, he was a major piece in that James Harden trade, Kevin, a few years back, but just hasn't found the traction anticipated for him.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
I was able to listen in on what the Nets coach was going over with his team. He told the squad, now is the time when we turn it on and leave them in the rear view mirror. It won't be easy, but guys, I know we can put them away. Let's see if they can deliver, Kevin.
Here's Lamb. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter.
And on the topic of Lamb, he really has everything he needs to succeed. Great length and athleticism, was an excellent all-around jump shooter in college. For some reason, his game just hasn't translated to the NBA level yet. But I think if he can improve his motor, he's going to have an opportunity to be an impact player for a long time.
We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. Lopez passes to Young. Williams with the defensive effort.
And, you know, regarding Lamb's development, most scouts felt the weaknesses he did have could be ironed out over time. Well, there's still time. He needs to improve his strength, his ball handling, and his effort on defense. All things well within his control.
And the hope for Jeremy Lin last season was that he'd take a step forward in his development, but it almost was the opposite in his play.
And that can happen. You don't always go a straight line north in your improvement in this league. He'd been on an upward swing as far as his shooting accuracy, but last season was the worst since his rookie year in that area.
And talking about Lin last season, he never quite gelled with what they were doing in Los Angeles. Both he and Kobe need the ball to be effective, and I got a feeling you guys know which one of those two is going to get it.
And, you know, getting back to Lin, he was actually pretty strong starting out the season. In November, he made 48% of his shots, 37% from downtown. But in April, he only hit 24% from the field and was eventually shut down for the year.
And I feel like there's a reason Joe Johnson has gotten a number of astronomical contracts. It's because he does everything for you. He's like one of those items you buy that touts everything you need, nothing you don't. Well, to me, that's Joe Johnson.
Williams a screen. Lin kicks to Lamb. And the pass to Hawes. Takes the 12-footer and hits. Hawes got 4 points in the quarter.
Just no chance for the smaller defender to block that shot.
He's really, really good at using his size to free himself up for those mid-range jumpers. A master at it.
Johnson kicks to Lopez. To the middle. Here's Young, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Clark, when you take a look at Joe Johnson, and if you were on a good team, a team that was contending for a championship, where ideally would you like him to be? Where would you slot him?
I'd put him in that first or second scoring role because he's so good and scores so effortlessly. And at some point, I think he's going to hoist that Larry O'Brien trophy.
No free throws. Good from Thaddeus Young.
And Steve Clifford might not be the most famous coach in the NBA, but he has plenty of experience, and everyone in the league knows exactly how well-versed he is as a coach.
There's the pick, and Batum kicks to Lamb. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Lamb's got 13 points in the second half.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
Yeah, it's a stark discrepancy when you look at the assist columns and you see that difference as far as the fluidity in their respective offenses.
Major league big boy throwdown right there.
And he keeps a tight grip on that rim after the finish.
Yeah, maybe that'll give them a little bit of that swagger that they seem to have lost.
Batum attacking. Here's Hawes. The rebound by Young. Nets trail by 7. Out to the right wing. Wide open look. The shot's good from Ellington. And Clifford in his third year now as a head coach, Greg. That experience you were just talking about. He has 29 years of coaching under his belt. And he's a Van Gundy disciple. Clark was on the coaching staff for both brothers.
Yeah, and he's been with a lot of teams, Kevin. 13 seasons as an assistant for the Lakers, Rockets, Magic, and Knicks.
Williams a screen, just 5 to shoot. Lynn, that's a two-pointer. Can't hit. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. In transition, here come the Nets. Sloan shot is off. Hornets leading by 5, pushing it up. Here's Batum. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a one-footer. Come on now.
Ellington dishes to Lopez. Johnson outside. This one for 3. And it's Lynn with the rebound.
Boy, I tell you what, the complexion of this game would be completely different if he shot the ball anything like he's capable of.
He dishes it to Batum. Again, Batum missing.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Ellington, the pass to Sloan. Hits it from three-point range.
The defenders need to recognize and be alert to staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Lynn kicks to Lamb. Outside, Lynn. Williams sets a screen for Lynn, and the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Yeah, he'll make a walk of shame back to the bench. He gets to watch the rest from the sideline. Well, luckily, they've got some really solid backups. You hate to see a player DQ'd, disqualified due to fouls, but they can do a decent job of replacing his production.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Bargnani's checked in. Lopez, a screen on Walker. Sloan dishes to Lopez. Ellington kicks to Lopez. Inside. And the shot is good. The Hornet lead has been cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Bargnani.
Nothing too fancy, just simple execution. That's getting the job done when they need to make every possession count.
Completely agree with that, Clark. They need stops and really can't afford any wasted possessions. Those inside shots are nice, high-percentage looks.
You know, guys, if he does his work early, he knows when he gets in a good position, his size gives him a big edge on the glass.
Here's Sloan, guarded by Walker. Bargnani, a screen on Walker to tie it up. Again, the Nets for 2.
Yeah, crucial basket there. And as long as they've got that mismatch, big on small, they've got to take it back.
Well, I don't doubt that they clearly recognize that, and because they do, they're going to continue to milk it.
He feeds it to Hawes. They set the screen, and it's Kid Gilchrist penetrating, and he gets it to go.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Brooklyn trailing. Here's Sloan. Johnson in the corner. Kicks to Lopez. There's 1:54 left to play here in the fourth. Missed inside. Knocked away. Here's Kid Gilchrist. Second chance shot. No good from Lamb.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Ellington, the pass to Bargnani. Here's Lopez. Drops in the layup for 2. Lopez has got 9 points now in just the second half.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement. Yeah, too many easy buckets coming from inside, and I think he wants to make that a point of emphasis.
I would certainly think so. I mean, if they keep giving up those kinds of easy looks inside, they'll be in big trouble.
Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Charlotte. 1:30 left here in the fourth quarter. Shot's good by Walker.
Couldn't run the inbound play any better than right there.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's Sloan. Lopez, a screen on Walker. And Sloan kicks to Lopez. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
Pause inside. Lopez is there. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
No slowing him down. Just incredible numbers for Hawes. 11 rebounds, and the steals are starting to pile up for him also.
And Clark, he's really gotten into their heads because of it. I mean, guys are on the lookout for him, always worrying about where he is.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 2-point ball game.
And that was huge right there. Just as cool as he could be. And he's been clutch at the line there in a very tense moment.
Lopez a screen. The dish to Ellington. To the paint. And there's the 3-second violation.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Walker with it. Pass to Hawes. Lopez over to help. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession.
Oh, that certainly could be costly. In a close one, those kinds of mistakes can really give the other team momentum.
Cody Zeller's checked in for Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Here's Sloan. Lopez a screen on Walker. Down low. It's stolen. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. "15 seconds left in the game. 5 on the clock. And that one comes up a bit short. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They're behind by 2. Just 2 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
With this much time left on the clock, I try to shoot from as close to the basket as possible because that way you have enough time for a quick putback if you miss.
Johnson from outside. And time expires. Fantastic defensive play to seal the win. And so it's the Hornets who come out on top. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
Tremendous work all the way down to the wire. You were just wondering what would happen next. Major drama, and we saw a good one.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Kevin, much appreciated, and now let's move on to our Jordan Player of the Game. He's racked up a double-double with points and rebounds tonight, and that made the difference. A terrific effort on both sides of the floor.
He had a very nice night from the field tonight, shooting over 50%. That smooth, soft touch was...
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille